by the water.
Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome back to the show, y'all. Look, real quick now, I'm telling you, I'm going to give you the business about the show. I'm not going to leave you hanging like that, right? But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, Tory, he's in the cell with the boy, passed out, spooning. Now, y'all know what I'm talking about when I say spooning. You know, the boy is laying behind, listen to me now, he laying behind, bruh. Look, it ain't no right way to do spooning with no dude. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no right way to do spooning with no dude if you're not on that, right? And gangsters not supposed to be on that. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I know some gangsters that do it. I know some that do it. You feel what I'm saying? But they not gangsters anymore. But see, Tory's in this cell, and he's in the front. The boy's in the back, and the boy done been paid. So he laying in the bed. He acting as if he nibbling. Wait a minute, on Tory's ear. Just laying there. They chilling. But see, ain't nothing really going on. Ain't nothing really going on. He's making it look like that. He's making it look like that. And bro them that's got the issue with him, they making sure some of the other brothers that live in the pod and some of the other brothers that might be visiting that pod that live on the compound, they walking past the door. And they see him in there. And ain't now one of them say, man, open this door, get up out of this. Ain't now one of them say that, right? What they're doing, they was getting enough witnesses for the situation, right? So it couldn't be denied. Got different brothers seeing Tory in the cell with the boy. Wait a minute, what you got going on, bro? So after about 5 or 10 minutes, the old head brothers, they walk back by the cell, they bang on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Man, get up, man, get up. So the boy acts startled, but the boy ain't on the move. The boy acts startled, and he shakes Tory, and he tells Tory, wake up, wake up. Tory, you know how it is when you drunk and high? What's going on? What's up? He jumps up as best he could, right? But he's stumbling. He still got on all his clothes and his tennis shoes, right? He's stumbling. He looked back over his shoulder and said, what you doing in my room? He said, this is my room. What you doing in my room? I don't see that. And going off. It's pandemonium. Tory jump up as best he can, but he's still under the influence, and he's staggering and stumbling and fumbling until he get to the door. When he get to the door, he open up the door and he falls out the door. He said, man, what are you doing in my cell? What's going on up in here? He's shooting off, right? But the brothers, they giving him that look. And if you ever been a part of the business, right, y'all know the look I'm talking about. You know the look I'm talking about. You've been busted. So they giving him that look, trying to tell him with that look, Because see, some of the brothers that saw him in there, they know what it is. And they live by that, and they die by that. And they looking at him like, what's wrong with you, bro? And then, being drunk and high, listen to me, that ain't no excuse. It ain't no excuse. You ain't gonna be able to get away like that. You ain't gonna be able to get away like that. So check this out. So Tory, he goes back to his cell, and when he gets to his cell, the other dude that was occupying his cell, he leaves, right? Goes back to his cell. Now his cellar like, man, what you got going on, man? Because now his cellar, which is a peon, done put the puzzle together. If this dude is in the cell that, belongs to the boy, and he down here, that means that Tory had to be down there. That's just what it is. So he asked him, he said, hey, man, what you doing down there, man? And Tory telling him, man, something's going on, man. He's still drunk. He's still slurring his words and all this and that. But he's starting to come to. It's starting to wear off, because I'm going to tell you something about fear. Fear will sober you up real, real fast. So he's starting to get his bearings about himself. And he said, man, I don't know what's going on, man, but I just woke up in the bed down there with the boy. And the peon looked at him like, oh, my God. He said, man, they going to kill you. He said, man, I don't know what's going on. I got to get to Joe T. That's what he said. He got to get to me. But see, he can't come back out right now. Can't come back out right now. Got to wait on the next call out. But see, the old head brothers, see, they smart. See, what they did was this. they send somebody that can move around, right? So you got at the penitentiary, like on the yard and stuff like that, you got what you got yard crew, right? And they walk around, they pick up trash, they mow the yard and all this. So they get to move around on the compound when everybody else is not able to move around because that's the part of their job. So they done got one of the guys. That works out on the yard crew to come up to the part where I live and tell the COS to tell me what's going on, right? So I'm in the cell. My COS, he comes over. He knocks on the door. I said, what's up? He said, oh man, I need to holler at you. I said, what's up, man? Come on in, bro. So he come on in. He said, 1,000 pounds in this cell, bro, but I need to holler at you about something that's going on down in Unit 9. I said, what's up in Unit 9, man? Early during the day like it, what's really going on? And he said, man, you know your boy Tory, right? I like, yeah, that's my guy, man. What's young boy doing, man? Is he okay? Everything straight? So my COS look at me and he put his head down. He started shaking his head back and forth. He said, bro, man, you ain't gonna like this. Because my COS, he know how I am about the law. Gonna follow the law, y'all. To the letter. See, I was a strict disciplinarian when it came to the business, right? And folks never knew that. So they really was trying to see where I'm gonna stand on this issue. So he tell me, he said, look here, man. Tory got caught in the bed, man, with a boy. I said, ain't no way. I said, ain't no way. I refuse to believe that. He said, bro, we got witnesses. I said, you got witnesses? I said, okay, let's say he did do it. He ain't that stupid. I'm getting real defensive about the situation. And my COS, he's seeing it. He said, hold up, bro. He said, hold up. And that's what a COS is supposed to do. He said, man, you too close to this, man. He said, man, if you can't keep your cool about this issue, we're going to have to let somebody else take this on, right? I said, no, bring it to me, man. I said, get everything about the situation and bring it to me and tell me what's going on. So he goes to investigate on the next call out. He go down there and they go to the ball field and he got them all down there, including Tory. I ain't down there, right? I can't be down there for the investigation part, right? So he getting the full rundown and all this. And then from the old heads said when they came in, you know what I'm saying, Tory was drunk and high. They get him back to the unit. They thought he went to the cell. They thought he went to a cell, but it ended up he was in the other cell. They didn't know what was going on until they were walking laps in the park. Because when you walk laps in the park, you can look in everybody's cell and see what's going on, right? If you really want to. So when they were walking laps in the park, they looked into the window. They saw Tory in the bed in the spooning position with the boy. So when they tell him my COS is like, Tory, now you tell me what you say happened. And then Tory told him, he said, look here, bro. He said, man, all I know is I was drunk and I thought folks and them got me to my cell. I wake up and the boys pushing on me, telling me and to get up. And I stumbled out the cell and everybody looking at me like I done something wrong. He said, bro, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't never messed with no boy in my life and I ain't gonna start. He said, but I don't know how I ended up in the cell. Now my COS is looking at him like, okay, there's some funny bunny stuff going on with this, right? It ain't making no sense. It ain't adding up, right? So he said, look, I tell you what. Let me do a little bit more investigating, and then I'm going to get back with y'all on that and see what we're going to do with this. Now, the old head brothers, they laughing because they think they got it. Matter of fact, they know they got it. It ain't no way he can get up out of this, man. Ain't no way. See, but here's what my COS did. Now, even though we're not supposed to take the word of a peon or an opposition, or somebody on the outside of the circle, right, he still went and talked to everybody. So when my COS stepped down on the board, he tell the boy, he said, look, see, now, a lot of times when we question somebody, we manipulate the situation so we can get the truth out of them, right? And my COS, he was one of the finest at that. He did not play. So he hit the boy. He said, look here, tell me something. He said, now, I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you lie to me, every time you lie to me, I'm going to smack you. And he said, I already know the answer, but I need you to say it out your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And the boy nodded his head and said, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So my COS looked at him. He said, let me ask you this. Were you in the cell with one of my brothers? And the boy like, yeah, I was in the cell with him. And he asked me, he said, what was his name? And he told him it was Tory. He said, how did it happen? He said, remember what I told you about slapping you, right? He said, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but let me tell you this. I'm not finna get in the middle of y'all being like that, right? Go ask your brothers. He said, go ask who? He said, go ask your brothers. They'll tell him how he got in the cell with me. I'm not finna get on this. You're not finna be beating on me. I know how this go. Now look, I know y'all finna get mad at me, right? But you're gonna have to tune into the next episode to find out what's really going on with this situation with Tory. Now listen to me. I told you I wasn't gonna leave you, but this situation, you're gonna have to tune in to the next episode to get the full business, right? You feel what I'm saying? This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.